consider myself an automotive enthusiast. One of the reasons is because I have a ton of vehicles that are on my bucket list that I've always wanted to own, and I'm slowly scheming my way to own them by buying and selling cars, and that's kind of the point of this channel, what's going on. But back here is a 2006 Subaru WRX STI. I've always wanted one of these, but man, has this been an emotional roller coaster so far. And it's a little crusty. If you're an OG, thanks a lot for checking back in. If you're a new video watcher, thanks. Consider subscribing because we've got cool more content on the Subaru and other cool car stuff going on in here. But man, this has been an emotional roller coaster ride owning this vehicle, and I've owned it for a couple months now. I've put it on the back burner because this garage is taking up so much time. More on that later with a bunch of videos. This is wild to me seeing this in the garage. This is a 2006 Subaru Impreza WRX STI. I bought it, I think, 3 to 4 months ago. I bought it sight unseen. It's very well represented for what condition it's in and what it was described, but it's a little crusty, and that's why I bought it, because it was a good deal. I'm going to do a better job of explaining the financials on this channel because I feel like it's important for people to know if it's actually doable themselves. So this is why I bought it. This is a 2006 Subaru Impreza WRX STI. It has 97,000 miles on it. It has had an accident at some point in its life, like early on, but you'd never be able to tell. It's not completely ragged out. It's got some modifications, but nothing that's irreversible, like it's got an exhaust and short throw shifter in it, etc. But I paid 15 grand for this. I bought it sight unseen, a little bit risky. My philosophy with this is I've always wanted to own one. If I can buy one that's a little bit haggard, a little bit crusty, not rusty, but crusty, fix it up and sell it for the same amount of money or make a little money, I'll consider it a win. I bought this to just kind of buy it and sell it pretty quickly. I've driven it a little bit, but it's incredible. I love driving this thing. But I've stopped driving it because it's a little bit crusty and the time belt's never been done. The time of this video, the Donut Media This versus That series has been going on. This thing is getting a terrible reputation from that 2 WRXs. Not STIs, but WRXs. They keep blowing them up. Before that video series happened, I think I was pretty intimidated by these. I've had 2 Subarus in the past, and they were my only cars at the time, and there was always something wrong with them, so I'm still a little scared, but I've always wanted one of these, and so YOLO. Another reason is I specifically wanted a Hawkeye. I wanted a black and gold one. It's kind of untimely. I'm not trying to benefit off of this. It's honestly kind of impacted me more than I thought it would, but Ken Block's Gymkhana 1 was a fundamental reason why I wanted a Hawkeye and why I wanted this black and gold color combo. What set it off, though, was I was in high school trying to test drive one of these in a dealer, and I went to the dealer that went on the showroom, and my 17-year-old self went in there trying to buy one, or not really buy it, just test drive it, and of course they told me no. So it was always the unobtainable car that I wanted to own so badly, and it's really cool to be able to own one now. And I really encourage anyone that if you got a car that just wanting to own, but I've got some hesitation, just do it. It's fun. You only live once. YOLO. So I told you I got it for a deal when I bought it. It probably isn't that good of a deal now considering the economy's crashing. Anyways, paint conditions, a little bit not good. Again, I've not touched this at all. I pressure washed it when it came off the transporter because I bought it sight unseen. It is gross. I don't know if you can hear that. It's like sandpaper. It is disgusting. I will have a very fun time sharing with you guys and filming the full paint correction restoration of this because it is nasty. Like even the hood scoop has this like weird oily color. Like I've seen this before where a ton of wax is added on. It just piles up. But yeah, it's got some issues. No major dents except I'll show you on the side there's one. There's a lot of little dents everywhere that a paintless dent remover will be able to do. I'm going to try and do it myself and document it, so that will be fun. What other reasons why this is crusty? This tint looks effing terrible. It's the back windows and the main back window is very bad. Paint's okay except for the wing. These notoriously fade and flake off, so this is no exception. I believe the top and bottom separate. Drop a comment if you're a Subaru connoisseur and know if this is true or not, but there's like a line here and just the top's bad. So I'm hoping I can just unscrew it, paint the top, and be good to go. It has some modifications, but not a ton. You'll notice it's got these Perrin wing stabilizers. I think they look pretty cool. It's got the stock headlights, taillights. Mainly people swap out the 04, 05 red ones. I do like that, but I do appreciate that it's stock. It's missing some badges. It's really hard to tell, but like, you might be able to see it on camera. This fender, this bumper is being backed into. Thankfully, they're pretty generic, so I think I'm just going to replace the whole back bumper. Only body damage that needs to be corrected sooner rather than later is this dent right here. Thankfully, there is a spare door in the trunk that the previous owner included, so I'm pretty happy about that. These rust out really bad right here, so it's crusty, but it's not rusty, so I'm really happy there's no bunch of rust there. Inside, I have done one modification. I did one of those ozone bombs in here because it smelled like vape juice and pancakes. It smelled like teenagers and puberty. It smelled like vape competitions. It smelled like Smoke City. It smelled like Mountain Dew. It smelled terrible in here, but I did an ozone bomb. It now smells like Walmart fresh in here, which is a lot better. It's not bad, but it's also not natural, so I don't know what we'll do. It does smell 1,000 times better, but interior in incredible shape, very clean. I have not touched this at all. Very, very clean. It's got an aftermarket shifter in it, like the short throw shifter in it. The shift knob sucks. Aftermarket head unit, of course. Thankfully, no one cut a hole in the roof of these to spit the vape out of and smoke for days. I'm pretty happy about that. It has the floor mats. One of the floor mats is in one of my other cars because I didn't have a floor mat, so times are tough, brothers. I thought I was joking and making clickbait of this video for crustiness. It's crusty eye. It is crusty. It's very, very crusty. I thought this was super dirty when I first bought it, but it's like got some like net thing over it. I don't know if this is OEM or not. Again, let me know if this comes off, but it is just nasty. Gross, gross, gross. And I'd love to do a dry ice blast on this and make it look OEM fresh. Only thing aftermarket you can tell right now in here is this cold air intake, which is held together by electrical tape. That's really rest assuring and peaceful to know that. But I think I've mentioned in this video, or maybe I haven't. To my knowledge, this 2006 Subaru WRX STI has never had its timing belt replaced, which it's on borrowed time. I've driven it a little bit, but I've stopped driving it because it's paranoid. It's making me go insane. So first project is going to be changing the timing belt out. I think I'm going to do it myself. I'm not going to film the whole process because Speed Academy has done such an incredible job doing the whole process. So I'll make a video about the tips and tricks that helped me through the process. But once we do that, we'll take it on a test drive and share with you guys what it sounds like. It's also the battery's completely dead because I think that turbo timer in there is hooked up incorrectly. But you get the picture. This thing is crusty, but hopefully through the video you can see that there's a ton of potential in this car. I'm really excited to restore it and go. I'm actually going to share all the numbers of what it costs to restore it, what I have total into it, and then if I do decide to sell it, which I'd rather not sell anytime soon, but times are tough, what the final price is to show you how much money I actually spent to have fun and enjoy a vehicle, because that's what it's all about. Don't be intimidated by these things. Sometimes if you use your head and buy the vehicle right, you can come ahead, which is kind of the whole point of this channel. I think it has a tune because when I've driven it, it's pretty spicy. It feels pretty damn good. Maybe that I'm just a soft old man, but it feels rather good. Other than that, nothing major, so I'm pretty happy that this car has been hacked up. It's kind of a survivor, if you will, considering how low a mile it's got. I think it sat for several years. I drove it the first time and I noticed that the oil change label up top on the windshield, last time the oil was changed was like 500 miles from my current mileage, but it was 3 or 4 years prior. So I think it sat underneath a tree for a while, neglected. And this whole video series is going to be reviving it, and I'm hopeful that you guys find it enjoyable because these things are freaking cool. So that'll wrap up this video. I'm looking forward to sharing more of this car with you guys in this whole garage because it's a whole vibe, you know, for real. But man, this is killer. I'm really so excited about this car. I pinch myself every time I come in the garage and see this. And honestly, this is the first time I've shoved all the vehicles in here. It's pretty cool to be able to do this. And if you're an OG, you know this. We've come a long way in the past several years from a tiny one-car garage to what we have now. So really appreciate everyone watching and following through with this. But again, the whole point of this garage is to make more video content, so I'm going to try and stay true to that. So keep me honest. If you got any questions, comments, drop them below. If you want to subscribe, you click the button to do it, and you'll have a good time. Follow me on Facebook, social, Instagram, all the places, sometimes TikTok. Thanks a lot. Keep it real. Peace out.